Can you hear me well? Any problem with the sound? Right? No, right?
Loud and clear.
Okay. All right. So today we will be talking about the course outline, course requirements, right? And the nature of the new course, and also some organizational matters. And then we will settle down some of the issues in this course, right, for the second semester. And unfortunately, we cannot, right, go back to our physical class. So we remain online again. And this is quite tough and quite challenging for us, especially for this course, right, which require you to have a lot of reading, right? And so this course is more challenging and more difficult than the previous one, the last one. I mean, last semester, we study IS301, right? Political thought and ideologies. Last year, that course was in the second semester, but this year it has been moved to the first semester, and this course has been swapped, right, from the first semester to the second semester. And this is because this course is more challenging and more advanced than the last one, than the last course that you study with me in the last semester, right? So here, if you look at the course outline in the course syllabus, you will see Marxism and feminism again, right? So you may doubt why we study Marxism and feminism again. And here the reason is that Marxism and feminism in the last semester, semester one, was a kind of political thought and ideology. So the series that we study in the first semester, I mean, in the first semester, was a kind of political science series, right? And the course that we did in the first semester was a kind of political science course, not a course in IR. But here in this second semester, Marxism and feminism that we will work on again is a kind of critical IR series. That means they are series in international relation fields, right? So what you read about Marxism and feminism in the first semester will help you a lot to understand and digest the information in this course, right? And that is why I suggest that this second course be moved to the second semester, because it is more advanced and more challenging than the first one. Okay, and so this is the course. So when you hear the title of this course, critical IR series, right? IR series again. What comes to your mind, right? And let me ask about the series in IR that you have learned so far. Can you count some series that you have learned so far in your field of IR from the first year until now?
I think there are three major series.
Yeah, yes. So
realist, realist, liberals, and constructivist.
okay. So that's the series that you have learned, right? What are these series called in the field of IR? Right. So I think the series that you listed down are the same as what student in the morning and the afternoon says, right? The series that they have learned in IR until now includes realism, liberalism, and constructivism. Right. I think your lecturer would have taught only this series. Okay, this series. So these are basic series. These are what they call conventional series in IR or conditional series in IR. So IR students would start off from this series, realism, liberalism, and constructivism. But then now let me outline. Let me give you an outline of IR theory in general in three groups. That means actually we have three groups of IR theory, right? The first group is called mainstream IR theory, right? Mainstream. So what is implied by the word mainstream here? The word mainstream here is used in the US, right? American scholar would use the word mainstream, and they usually mean popular. When they say mainstream IR theory, that means the theory that are fundamental, popular, the theory that always dominate way of thinking and analysis of world politics and international relation, the theory that always capture attention and analysis and worldview and so on, right? So that the word mainstream here. When we say mainstream politics, right? We say we would think of government system, we would think of parliamentary system, we would think of party system, election system, right? And those kind of constitutional arrangement and organization and so on, right? That's what they mean by mainstream politics. Okay, the word mainstream here. So again, the first group of IR theory would be this kind of mainstream IR theory or orthodox IR theory, right? In the UK and in Europe and in general in Europe, European scholar would use the word orthodox. They don't use the word mainstream. So when you talk to those European scholars, they may question what you mean by mainstream, because mainstream is used by American scholar, not a British scholar, for example. Okay, but they refer to the same thing. They refer to this group of theory in IR, which you already study. They include realism, liberalism, and structuralism. Okay, not constructivism, but structuralism. I think you already learned all of this, and you should have learned all of this conventional theory from the beginning of your program. Otherwise, you will get lost. You will get no idea about what IR is all about. Okay, so here the mainstream IR theory or orthodox or mainstream IR theory would include all this conventional theory in IR or traditional theory in IR. They would include all of this: realism, liberalism, and structuralism. Some people use the word economic structuralism. Okay, so this course will not focus on this conventional mainstream theory again. So this course would assume that you have learned and mastered all of this theory already, right? This course. So we will start off from this theory, right? But we will not analyze, we will not talk about it, we will not examine it, this theory again. But I would assume that you all understood all of this. And in the first several reading, you will be assigned the reading that would include all of this theory again, right? But just a brief look at this theory before we move on to the second group of theory. And here comes the second group of IR theory. So again, the first group of IR theory would be those conventional or traditional IR theory, mainstream IR theory, realism, liberalism, and economic structuralism. The second groups of IR theory would be called critical IR theory, right? And that would be the focus of this course in this semester, critical IR theory. And this critical IR theory would include unconventional one, right? As you can see in the course outline, the content outline of the course, the critical IR theory would include constructivism. Okay, constructivism is one theory in the critical theory group, right? Constructivism, critical theory and postmodernism, Marxism and non-Marxist theory, post-structuralism, post-colonialism, normative theory, feminism, and the last one is critical security studies, right? Which include various school of thought. In, for example, Paris School, Copenhagen School, the Frankfurt schools, and so on. Okay, and so these are the main focus of our course, the critical IR series that include this critical series that I just mentioned, right? Constructivism and critical theory and postmodernism. Two, first is constructivism. Second is critical theory and postmodernism. Third, Marxism and non-Marxist theory. Four, post-structuralism. Five, post-colonialism. Six, normative theory. Seven, feminism. Eight, critical security study. Okay, so these are the theory that we will focus on in this course. Okay, the second group of IR theory, and that would be some kind of unconventional theory or non-mainstream theory. So the first group is mainstream IR series, and the second group is not really mainstream. But now this unconventional non-mainstream theory come to dominate our worldview, analysis, and understanding of politics, of world politics and international relations. A lot of scholars now have turned to critical IR theory for their analytical frameworks, for their perspective and analysis of world politics and international relations. And this is because they are frustrated and exhausted with the mainstream, conventional mainstream IR theory, realism, liberalism, and structuralism. And thus, because of the many problems that the world have faced now, they turn to the new theory for new ideas, for new perspective, and new solution to the problem that we are facing now. Okay, and that is why you will read more reason why scholars have turned to this critical IR theory now. But now in this course, we will deal with all of this critical IR theory that I just mentioned, and you can look at them in the course syllabus. Okay. Now the third group of IR theory that just emerged would be called non-Western IRT or non-Western IR series, right? And I include this group of theory into this course for this year because now they are also important. And you would be impressed by, I think, by the title non-Western IR series, non-Western, because here the theory here would imply that those people who propose the theory seek to challenge Western influence in terms of academic knowledge, not just about politics, not just about the way we understand the world, but also in the academic sphere, right? In terms of ideas, in terms of concept and theory, they also seek to challenge Western theory, Western knowledge, Western concept, right? And here the idea is that the first two group of theory that I just mentioned are Western in origin, right? So they would think that what we have learned so far are all Western theory, Western ideas, Western concept. Why not to study our own theory? This group of scholars have been inspired by Asian thinker, Asian politician like founding father of modern Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew, right, who seek to challenge Western idea and Western liberal democracy, and also Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia, right? And so these scholar who have been inspired by this politician try to look for and construct what they call non-Western theory in international relation or non-Western IR theory, right? In order to build out the Western influence in the academic sphere. And so they would say we have to come up with our own theory to explain world politics and international relation. If we continue to study Western theory, we continue to be influenced and shaped by the West, right? By the West. And here the idea is to start off from our own ideas, right? And so here in this group of series, we will read various schools as well. For example, the Chinese school of IR, the Japanese school of IR, the Singaporean school of IR, the Korean school of IR, for example, right? They have proposed their own school of thought within this IRT, right? And so we will examine the validity and reliability and validity of this theoretical proposition in IRT, non-Western IRT, and whether we really have non-Western IR series or not, or how different are they from the Western IR series that we have learned in the first two groups of series. Okay, so can a non-Western IR series exist, or they are just proposition, not yet a series? Okay, and so here this is our course, right? This course will focus on the last two groups. The second group, the critical IR series, and the last one, the non-Western IR series. Okay, this group. And we are not going to work on the first group. That means the mainstream or orthodox IR series again. Because I assume that, and the course assume that you have learned and mastered all of those series already. But the first two reading will allow you to read those series again in case you forget them, or in case your lecturer in the previous year failed to deal with this series clearly. And thus I would select some reading for you. Okay. Just bear in mind that in this course, we will not have the main textbook. We will not follow one single main textbook as we did in the last semester. We will, your reading material will be selected from various sources, various books, journal articles, conference papers, and online articles. And I have prepared the reading package for you already in soft copy, and I will upload your reading material on your Facebook group every week, so that you will follow the course content outlines, right? And you will start your reading every week for every part of the course. And you can look at the course syllabus and the course content outline, right? And you will see which part of the book you should read. And I will tell you in the post on your Facebook group. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now let me check your name again, just to make sure that you have the name on the list, and that some of you remain in this class, while others may have moved to other class. I'm not sure, but if you decide to move to other class, please tell, right? Please tell me as well, and I will move your name to other class as well. And if you decide to suspend your study, right, or you drop off from the program, please tell as well, right? So now let me call your name, and I'm not going to check your attendance for this week, for today and this week, right? This week will be free of attendance, right? I will start checking your attendance and taking your attendance from next week on. And also, we will not start our discussion of our series or content today. We will start our discussion by next week, from next week on. Okay, and today will be only the introduction to the course, some course requirement, some course outline, organizational matters, your expectation, right, and some kind of information of the course, right? And before we start. Okay, so now let me call your name a little bit, right, to make sure that you are here, or you move to other class or what. So in this class, a very big class here, we have 44 on the list, but I don't know how many remain here. So the first is Saina, right?
Yes, Charles, I'm here.
Okay, Saina, right? Saina in this class, right? Then Ratiriaj, right? Ratiriaj in this class or what? Bu Ratiriaj, right? Ratiriaj already dropped or what?
He's here, sure, but just not in the session right now. I didn't get any information that he's dropped or not.
Okay, okay. But okay, he remain in this class, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, then Tape Udom, right? Tape Udom in this class, right?
Yes, yes, sure, yes, sure.
Yeah, then Kim Sai, right? Kim Sai,
Kim Sai change to move to E3.2.
so Kim Sai, right? Move to E3.2. Okay, okay. So let me delete his name from this, right? And to E3.2, right?
Yes.
Chai Kim Sai. Okay, Chai Kim Sai. Okay, yeah, E3.2. Okay, okay. Okay, I will do it later, right? Okay, Chai Kim Sai. So move to E3.2. Okay. Yeah, and then next is Mùi Vui, right? Mùi Vui here, right?
Yes, sir.
This class. Next is Siện Nan, right?
Yes, like.
So yeah, in this class, Chai Long in this class, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next is Sopanya in this class, right?
Yes, like.
Yeah. Next is Soklin also in this class. Yeah, Soklin here. Right?
She
Suspended, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I would delete her name from the list then. Okay. Suspended. Then Sing Hai, right? Ho Sing Hai. Sing Hai in this class or not? Maybe no, right? Sing Hai not really taking this course again. I think because he only take the course in semester 1, not in this course. Okay, so I delete one more. Sing Hai, Ho Sing Hai, right? Then So Visa, right? So Visa here in this class.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Then Darlene, right? Darlene in this class as well.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Yeah. Then Dane, right? Dane in this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then Seng Hey, right? Okay. Seng Hey only take IS301 first semester, right? Not in this course. Not this course anymore. So I would delete Seng Hey from the list. Right. So then Ponyorot, right? Ponyorot here.
Teacher.
Yeah. Then Kim Boramay. Boramay here.
Yes, like.
Yeah.
Yes, like.
Okay. Then Suchita.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, Suchita here, right? Then Sowan Pachita, right? Pachita
Yes,
as well. Then Chan Manirod. Chan Manirod in this class as well.
She will be late today.
Late, right? But remain in this class, right? Not move.
Yes.
Okay. Then Dahlia, right? Dahlia.
Yes, like.
Class, right? And then Prasati in this class. Right?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Then Srei Pech, this class.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Then Mei Hoi, right? Oh, Mei
Teacher,
Hoi.
yeah.
Mei Hoi also take this course again, right?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. So you remain here in this class again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Sam Nang, right? Sam Nang here.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, in this class, right? Then Vibol, right? Vibol in this class as well, right?
Yes, sure, yes, sure.
Yep. Then Puthirit also this class.
Yes.
Okay. Then Vijamin, right? Vijamin also this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then Sukun Konita, right? Konita also
Yes.
this class, right? Then Kong also this class.
Yes.
Yeah. Then Virya Reni this class.
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Then Sun Hu.
Yes, teacher.
Sun Hu also this class, right?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah. Then Vị Miên, right? Vị Miên also this class? Not yet here, right? Vị Miên. Then Sộ Mật Tây, right? Sộ Mật Tây also this class? Not yet here. Then Rang Say, right? Rang Say?
Yes.
Okay. This class, right? Then Thida.
Yes,
This class? Yeah. Then Virabot. This class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Then Chan Danit, right? This class?
Yes.
Okay. Then Setikun, right? This class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then Keriya. Keriya also.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This class. Then Satyanit. Satyanit, this class? Yeah. Then Senasa. This class as well, right? Okay. Then Ra Davin. Ra Davin.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay. Then Jordan and Bolin, right? Jordan and Bolin not really in this class, maybe.
Jordan with this class. So Bolin.
Jordan and Bolin, right?
Yes.
So they will take this course again.
No. Both
No.
of them is a no.
Yeah. I think they only take IS301. Yeah. So
Hello, teacher.
Yeah. Who is that?
Buratiri, teacher. I
Oh.
was coming late right after you
Okay.
called my name.
Okay. Retiri here, right? And Jordan and Bolin, not in this class anymore, right? They already took the course last semester. So Retiri here, and only Kim Sai, right? Kim Sai moved to 3.2, right? Is 3.2.
Yes, right.
Okay, Kim Sai. Let me move Kim Sai to E3.2 now. Chai Kim Sai here. Chai Kim Sai, okay, here. Okay, and Kim Sai would be the first one in E3.2, okay. So, okay. Yeah, okay, so I would delete Chai Kim Sai from E3.1. Chai Kim Sai. Okay, so we have how many now in this class? So we have only 38 students in this class, right? 38 people in this class here. All right, so now it's not quite big anymore, right? Only 38. Last time 44 people. Okay, now only 38. So anyone didn't hear your name? No, so make sure that you have your name on the list, right? So that when I send the list to the office, they will verify with their own list, and they will contact you if you don't have your name on the list, or you have two names on the different classes or different group and so on, right?
Teacher, I just joined the class.
Oh, what's your name?
Wasongtai teacher.
Okay, so Matay, yeah, also here, right? Or your name is on the list here. Okay.
Yes, thank you, teacher.
Okay. And so for this week, I'm not taking your attendance, and I will take your attendance from next week on. Okay, from next week on. All right, that is right. So now let's talk about the course requirement, right? For this course requirement here, if you go to the course syllabus, right, and you will see course syllabus, you will see the course requirement there, right? So it pretty much the same as the last one in the first semester, right? We are not going to have midterm exam. We are not going to have group presentation. So we have only group assignment, and that means one research project. I will explain you later because I am preparing the assignment guideline, but not yet finish it. And I will upload the assignment guideline later, right, in the next few weeks. And for this group assignment would be 30% again. Then we have a reflection paper in group as well, reflection paper, and that would be 20%, right? And it would be the same as the last semester reflection paper, but the difference is that you will be assigned the topic, not the chapter. Okay, you will be assigned the topic because we don't have the one single main textbook like we did have in the first semester. Here in this course, all the topic would be selected, and the reading material would be selected from various sources, various books, journal article, conference paper, and online article, and so on, as I just mentioned. And thus, you will be assigned one topic, and you will be required to read the material that I upload for you on Facebook group, right? And also, you are expected to do some more research activity, right? So that you will write a better reflection paper on the topic assigned to you, okay? So that would be 20% of your total mark. I will upload the reflection papers guideline on your Facebook group soon with the topic, and you may choose the topic for yourself, okay? And you will be working in group as well. And so if I have 5 topics, then you would have to have 5 groups, for example, right? 5 groups. But we will have more than 5 topics, because if you look at the course outline, then the content of the course, we will have more topics. For example, in security study, critical security study, we have several school of thought already. So one school of thought may be one topic for you. For example, Paris school, Copenhagen school, Frankfurt school, right? And this school may become one topic for your reflection paper as well. And I will upload enough reading material for your reference and your reading. You see, the first reading material have been uploaded on your Facebook group, right? So that is a book, the whole book. But I would select only a few chapters in the book for you to read one time, right? So in reading number 1, I ask you to read introduction and chapter 1 and 2 in that book. I will upload reading number 2 for you on Facebook group again after this class. And reading number 2 will be another book, different textbook. But I will ask you to read only one chapter in that book, chapter 2, that talk about the nature of theory in IR, right, in that book. And so you will have different books in this course, not just one single book, right? So you will experience and you will be exposed to various academic material in this course, right? And this course would be very beneficial for those who prepare themselves to go for their master's or their PhD degree. They will find this course very useful and very helpful, right? I hope. And so you will be exposed to this kind of reading material later on. And again, the Facebook group will be used to not only to discuss and Q&A and so on, but to upload your reading material. So all your reading material will be uploaded on your Facebook group for this semester. How about the Google Classroom? I will use the Google Classroom to upload only my lecture notes or slides or my lecture notes, right? And the assignment guidelines and the reflection papers from you, okay? And so this is for Google Classroom. I'm not going to upload the reading material on Google Classroom anymore because the Classroom server is limited, right? So if I use it for uploading the reading material, it will be full again, and we will have no more space for uploading other material. Thus, your reading material will go to Facebook group because there we have more space, okay? And also you spend more time on Facebook as well, right?
What about you uploading it in Microsoft Teams?
in this room as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will consider this, right? I will consider this as well, because here I usually upload last semester I uploaded in the Google Classroom, right? Not here, but here I will try, right? But is it convenient, Dalia, here?
We have like for in case you need us to read some things like your material, you can upload it here because all of us can access to it. Like, and in the previous semester, others like also do that.
Okay, yeah. And how about the Facebook group? Do you have any problem downloading the material?
We just concerned that if the material is too big, it will take a lot of time. While in Microsoft Teams, we can just read it online, just like Google or something.
Okay, right. But here the material that I will upload for you are usually textbooks, right? And journal article and conference papers. They are not really big. But yeah, I will try Microsoft Teams if then, right? So you can download here, because here I can see they have the classwork and file and so on for our uploading, right? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Nadia, for your suggestions. Right. Okay.
From my opinion, I think Facebook group is more easily to download, but Microsoft Team is hard to download. But we can Microsoft Team we can access more easily. We don't have to make time finding the file.
Oh, I see. Right.
But Facebook is more easily to download.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Right. But all the material that I will upload would be small, right? Small file, only PDF file and textbook, journal article, and conference papers, right? So that's not a big problem. No audio lecture like we had before, right? No audio lecture. And for my lecture notes, I will upload on the Google Classroom, because that would be easy for everyone to access, and would be easy for me to archive those classroom after we finish the semester. Okay, we finish the semester. Okay, and so that's it, right? I will consider this. Thank you, Prasati and Nalia, for your suggestion. Right? Okay. But the first reading has been uploaded already on your Facebook group, right? And I will upload the second reading for you, another textbook, the second reading for you soon after this class. Okay. All right. So that's it for the course requirement. So first we have group assignments, research project 30%. Second, we have reflection papers 20%. Third, we have class participation and performance 10%. And the final exam again would be 40%, right? And so in total 100% here. So the same as the last semesters, right? The same. We are not going to have midterm exam. The midterm exam is replaced by the reflection paper and research project. Okay, and you will be explained later on about this group assignment later on. Okay, now. Okay, so here what I expect from you is your responsibility for your own learning, because this is online class, right? Not physical class. So it's quite challenging for us, and also tough for us to do all the activity that we can do in the physical class, right? So and also we have to limit the time on this Microsoft Teams platform, so that we can have more time for our self-study and the reading of the material and so on. And I will prepare all the material for you and upload for you every week, right? So you don't have to worry about the materials, right? The material here. And if you look at the course outline, I list down those material, right? For example, from page 5 until page 7 or 8, you would see the reading material in each part of the course. Okay. For example, introduction, thinking theoretically, I list down reading 1, reading 2, reading 3, and reading 4. Critical theory and postmodernism, reading 1 until 4. Marxism and non-Marxist theory, reading 1 until 5, for example. And I will select important reading from this list for you and upload for you, and ask you to read before class, right? Before class. So I will upload the second reading after this class, and these 2 readings are for the first part, introduction, thinking theoretically, right? And after that, I will upload my lecture slide or lecture note on the Google Classroom for you, right? So please check Google Classroom frequently for the material, for the lecture notes, the assignment guideline, and also your reflection paper as well, right? Should be uploaded there on Google Classroom. Okay.
Teacher.
Yeah.
As for the assignment, the reflection paper, will you assign us, or will we be assigning our own groups?
For your group, you can form your own group, right? But for the topic, I will assign the topic for you. Okay. And after you get the topic, the guideline and the topic, you can choose the topic. You can do the lucky draw among your group, right? So you have the freedom to do so, right? That would be, I think, more convenient for you to form your own group, right? And you feel convenient to work together, and also to select your topic. Okay. And so you may do the lucky draw to select the topic again, like you did in the first semester. Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is some organizational matters, right? And here, I know that many students would complain about online course because it's quite challenging for them. Less interactions, right? And more reading. But the thing is, to make the most of this online course, it requires you to be responsible for your own learning. You have to take charge of your own study, right? You have to spend more time to read more, the reading material that I assign and upload for you, and prepare your question in case you don't understand any point clearly. You can prepare your question before you come to this classroom, or you can write down your question on the Facebook groups, and then I will try to share my ideas and invite you to think about those points that you don't understand, right? And it's quite convenient. You can reach me at by any means at any times, because this is online, right? And we cannot have go back to the physical class now because of the pandemic, right? And so just remain indoor and don't go out if not necessary. Don't go out. Remain indoor. Stay safe, right? Because now you see that community spread is quite serious now, right? More and more cases, and also one case, fatal case, one death already in Cambodia, right? Because of the COVID-19, right? How many members per group assignment? For the group assignment, I will tell you later how many group, and then you can divide your classroom, your class into the group. For example, now we have 38 people in your class, and so if you have 5 topic, 5 group, then you will have to divide by 5, 38 by 5, and then 7 people in a group, for example. So you will have to do that by yourself. Form your own group, and then number the group and select the topic based on the lucky draw, to be fair. Okay, that's it. Like we did in the first semester, right? The class monitor may help with this kind of assignment, right? The class monitor may help with this organizational matter, right? Like you did in the first semester. Okay. All right. So now I think that is should be clear for this course already, right? And the organizational matters, the course objective, and the scope, and the course outline. You can go through in the course syllabus. You will see each part of the course and the series that we will focus on in this, right? Again, we will focus on the second and third group of IR series, the critical IR series and the non-Western IR series, right? And we assume that you have learned and mastered the first group of IR series already, the mainstream or orthodox IR series, right? Those are conventional IR series like realism, liberalism, and structuralism. The second reading will help you to understand this for sure, and will provide you with some rehearsal of the conventional IR series that you have already studied, realism, liberalism, and structuralism. It will give you a brief and effective summary of this series before you move on to the critical approaches in IR series in this course. Okay. And the first part of this course, we will be talking about foundation of series, foundation of social science. We will look at some definition and characteristic of series of social science in general. We will look at some theoretical debates in philosophy of science between the positivism, and the post-positivism. And after this, we will narrow down the scope to the differences between the mainstream series and the critical approaches in IR series. Okay, and then you will be assigned the reading that go along with this point. And my lecture note will help you to understand and digest the information in this part. Okay, and that's it, right? That's it for the first part. Next week, we will start our class discussion and analysis of this point, right? After I upload the second reading material for you and also my lecture note for you. So please read all the material that I assign and come back to the class with your ideas in mind and also the question you prepare in mind for that. Okay. And again, we will spend the same session on this Microsoft Teams as we did last semester. Okay. And then you will have more time to read the material and to also work on your project and so on. Okay. And because now it's time for us to stay indoor, right? Because now it should be a lockdown time for us. So if not necessary, don't go out, for especially go to the cafe or go to restaurants or supermarkets, right? And other places vulnerable to this kind of virus infection. Okay, and so please take care and stay safe altogether. Right, and now you see in Phnom Penh more and more cases, right? More and more cases. And now what I am very much concerned is that the infection will happen among garment workers. ណា ចឹងខ្ញុំខ្លាចតែវាឆ្លងទៅក្នុងក្រុមកម្មកររោងចក្រអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាឆ្លងទៅកម្មកររោងចក្រគឺធ្ងន់តែម្ដងពីព្រោះយើងដឹងយើងឃើញហើយគឺកម្មកររោងចក្រគាត់នៅជុំគ្នាហ្មងធ្វើការនៅកន្លែងចង្អៀតជុំគ្នាញ៉ាំបាយជុំគ្នាហើយឡានដឹកកម្មកររោងចក្រហ្នឹងក៏ចង្អៀតណែនតាមបើឆ្លងតែមួយទៅទាំងអស់គ្មាននៅទេ Okay, Saina, may I suggest you provide us feedback, score, comment on our research project and research paper individually. Okay, yeah. Okay, I will try to do that for this semester. Right, do reflection paper and assignment group require different members. It's up to you, right? Again, right? You can You can have the same member, or you can swap the member, and you can you have the freedom to form your own group, right? I don't put the pressure on that. Okay. Dom, when will we know the exam score? Soon, right? At the end of this month, because the deadline for our submission of the result will be the end of this month. Okay, so you will get, I think, after the end of this month, maybe early next month, because we need more time to mark your papers, your exam paper, and also your assignment paper and reflection paper. It takes time, and this is because online, right? All the material are online. Quite challenging for me to read on the screen all the time. Right, and so for the member, it depends on the number of topic Prasati. So I will inform you later when I upload the assignment guideline. Don't worry about this. Okay. Okay, so that's it, right, for the introduction to the course, and also course guideline and scope, and course outline, and so on, right? And please spend more time reading the material, right? Spend more time to read the material, and take charge of your own study, and be responsible for your own learning, right? Because this is online course, and so it's quite tough and challenging for you. And I will be only your guide, right? I will show you the goal and how to get there, but you have to walk by yourself, right? So I cannot learn for you, right? And you have to be the one who learn for yourself and read for yourself. Don't depend on others, okay? And also stay safe now, because this is now very critical time, and the virus infection now is very serious. Now in my neighborhood, a lot of cases now, right? So I always remain indoor, locked down my family, right? In Penhut Bang Sanao, you already know, right, from the media, many cases in Penhut Bang Sanao now. That is why. How? Let me ask about your neighborhood. How many cases that happen in your neighborhood? Yes, anyone talk about it? I heard.
Oh, yeah, I just want to ask you, have you ever vaccinated yet?
Not yet, because it's not time for us to get the vaccination yet, because they prioritize other group like medical workers, right? Doctors, nurses, and military officials, right? And police, and so on. But for us, not yet, right? Not yet time to get the vaccination. How about you, Puthirat?
No, sure, no.
Not
I have,
yet.
but actually, I received some news that you can request for vaccination.
Yeah, sure. Why not, right? Why not if you want, right? You can request and go. But now, I think the vaccination area is also very crowded, and so I am concerned that I might get infected at the spot, right? That's kind of thing. So
my mother's got vaccinated teachers.
sorry.
University teachers.
Okay, yeah, because they may request for the vaccination by themselves, right? But for me, I am waiting for the vaccination to be available on campus. I think they will provide us with this on campus later on, and then I will go to the campus, go to the university for the vaccination, maybe, right? So I don't want to go to those places where a lot of people are very crowded, and I don't want to go there. Right? I'm afraid that I might be infected, right? So that is why. So any report of cases in your neighborhood? in your community or neighborhood or near your house?
Me,
A lot, teacher.
my
Where?
homeland is Nẹt Lương.
Nẹt Lương, right? Oh, Nẹt Lương, yeah. Nẹt
Two
Lương.
coke a lot, teacher.
Two coke as well, right?
All my
Chờ khổng
all
tia
my
nhóm chờ.
relatives.
Where? Two coke, right?
Tia nhóm Hồng Buồn.
Chờ bạn túc chờ.
Bạn tụ có
Amazon bạn túc chờ. At downstairs at my home chờ. Lớp khót khổng tia nhóm mong chờ.
bạn tụ nóច្រើនណាស់ណាក៏ច្រើនដែរមកខ្ញុំឃើញព័ត៌មានហ្នឹងច្រើនណាស់
Khổng tia nhóm mong chờ. Get out there.
Yes, sir.
Please be careful.
Chun po om long mà hai.
Right.
Bạn tức bạn trường.
And ស្ទឹងមានជ័យណាម្ដុំស្ទឹងមានជ័យហ្នឹងក៏ច្រើនដែរហើយនឹងទឹកខ្មៅក៏មានដែរណាអ្នកនៅទឹកខ្មៅហើយអ្នកនៅស្វាម7នេះធំចាបាទចាក់អង្រែហ្នឹងក៏ច្រើនដែរណាអញ្ចឹងយើងគួរតែជៀសវាងទៅកន្លែងដែលមានកន្លែងឆ្លងអញ្ចឹងច្រើនហើយបើនៅពេលហួតបឹងស្នោនេះគឺច្រើនផ្ទះណាខ្ញុំជិះមើលគឺសិតតែផ្ទះដែលគេបលិសនៅចាំយាមនៅហ្នឹងតែម្ដងតែមានអ្នកឆ្លងផ្ទះហ្នឹងគឺគេយកខ្សែមកចងជុំវិញផ្ទះហ្នឹងឲ្យចេញទៅណាទេឲ្យប៉ូលីសនៅចាំយាមហ្នឹងទាំងព្រឹកទាំងថ្ងៃទាំងយប់គឺយាមអត់ឲ្យចេញទៅណាទេហើយឡានពេទ្យគេមកដឹកហ្នឹងហើយអញ្ចឹងនៅពេលហួតបឹងស្នោនេះគឺច្រើនផ្ទះណាដែលចូលក្នុងករណីហ្នឹងណាឥឡូវហាងមួយចំនួនធំគឺបិទអស់ហើយនៅខាងនេះនៅខាងពេលហួតបឹងស្នោខាងខ្ញុំនេះនៅខាងយើងប្រហែលជាមានច្រើនហើយអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំបារម្ភបំផុតហ្នឹងគឺថាខ្លាចតែវាឆ្លងនៅក្នុងចំណោមកម្មកររោងចក្រទេហើយតែដល់ចូលដល់កម្មកររោងចក្រហើយគឺធ្ងន់ហើយពីព្រោះគាត់អត់សូវមានការការពារច្រើនទេគាត់ញ៉ាំជុំគ្នាគាត់ជិះឡានអីជុំគ្នាណែនតាមអញ្ចឹងគឺតែឆ្លងគឺពិបាកនឹងទប់អាចចូលដល់រាប់ម៉ឺនរាប់សែនអ្នកក៏ថាបានណាហើយយើងត្រៀមតែស្ថាគារ 2-3 ហ្នឹងបានតែមនុស្សប្រមាណ100នាក់ហ្នឹងដាក់អស់អញ្ចឹងវាអាចធ្ងន់ណាអញ្ចឹងយើងប្រយ័ត្នប្រយែងមែនតើគឺលើកហ្នឹងគឺធ្ងន់យកមែនតើokay so yeah okay អញ្ចឹងthat's it right for today I think right everything is solved and our course outline and requirements and also content and analysis and so on, right? So next week we will start off our discussion, right, for the first part of the course. Please read the reading material and prepare your question and also prepare yourself for the discussion, right, later on, right? Okay, so that's all for today, right? Thank you for joining, right? And see you next week and stay safe together, right? Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye, teacher.